right, you guys? Podcast time.
Chew. It's quieter.
Fucking podcasting right now.
Chew quieter.
And now, to the podcast studio.
Welcome back to Chew Quieter. I am Gabe Mercado. We have Armando Verdugo and Chris Meehan with us. Guys, I have a quick question for you. I saw this on a YouTube video, just kind of scrolling, and I thought it was an interesting topic. The question that the video asked was, who would win in a war between the U.S. and the rest of the world? What do you think?
The rest.
I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, but just what do you think?
I think the rest of the world could beat us. They all joined up, yeah.
If they all joined up, yes.
The likelihood of that happening? Probably never.
Well, here's the thing, though. We've already got troops in these countries, so they're already in trouble.
That's a good point. Yeah,
We've got bases all over the world except for China and Russia and whatever else.
strategically, if I was opposing the United States, those would be the first places that I would attack because they're the most vulnerable.
Yep.
Yeah, but it'd just be tough to get everyone to just click a switch, though.
Yeah, it would be.
That would be it. But 100%, yeah. If everybody, I mean, just Russia probably can go pound for pound with us, and then you add a few of the others that might have some decent military. Then, yeah, 100%.
I think we could hold them off for a while, just with our Navy, and we have defense systems on the coastlines that a lot of people don't know about. So with that and our Navy on two different coasts, I think we could hold them off for a while. If it came down to it, I could see us just start launching nukes because we have way more nukes than anyone. We also have the Moabs, the mother of all bombs. So we don't necessarily have to nuke, but if we had to, we would.
Yes. If it comes to us or them, I'm pretty sure it's going to be us that pushes the button.
Yeah. And I'm proud to be an American.
Soon to be.
Speaking of soon to be, Chris has some questions for us that he's going to be taking for his naturalization test. And he thought it'd be entertaining for us to try to see if we're smarter than a fifth grader.
Yeah.
So he's bringing up some questions right now, and he's going to ask Armando and I. And we're going to... This is probably a bad idea. People are going to be listening to this. You didn't know that? How could you not know who the first president was?
Who was the first president?
George Washington.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see if this is going to work. Oh, of course.
No, this is pulling from like a sample test you have, right?
Yeah. There's apps on the phones you can get to do it. See, some of these questions are bogus. You're probably never going to know this one. What did Susan B. Anthony do?
She sewed the flag.
No, that's Betsy Ross.
That's Betsy Ross. See, people are already laughing at me right now.
That would be Betsy Ross. She's on the dollar coin. Come on. But what the hell did she do? I don't fucking know what she did.
You don't know what she did?
No.
Man, even I knew this one because this was one of the questions me and Justine went over. She fought for women's rights.
Oh, no wonder I don't know what she is.
I don't give a shit.
You know, civil rights and whatever else.
The fuck do I care about women's rights? I'm a man, damn it.
Okay. Under the Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government?
What's what?
One power of the federal government.
Repeat the first part of that.
Damn it, how do I go back? Oh. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government?
It's a weird question.
Oh, to make laws, to make and change laws.
No.
I'm trying to think of the question, not necessarily the answer, because the question itself is like it's very vague because the federal government does a lot of stuff.
What's one of their powers that they can do without like asking someone?
Annex.
No. So it's to print money, declare war, create an army, and make treaties.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
here's an easy one for you.
that's one of my four I can miss apparently.
If
Or else I don't
you
get to
two-
stay.
If you two get
So far, I'm staying in Mexico.
well, here's one for you. If you get this one wrong, you're definitely going back. Name one state that borders Mexico.
Texas.
That was the next question.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't get your answer, Armando.
Oh, my state,
Where do you live again?
Arizona. My previous state, California.
Yes. Oh, we've got an ad. God
No,
damn
fuck. The ad's asking Chris right now, do you ever feel unfresh?
it. Oh, it's some, I don't know what it is.
No, the ad says looking for an American wife. Fuck this test.
Click here now for horny grandmothers.
When was the Constitution written?
1776.
You know what? This app really sucks. It's full of damn ads. Now it's like, hey, do you want to download iTranslator? No, I'm pretty good. I don't need to do that.
Goddamn iPhones.
Name one state that borders Canada.
Oh,
New York.
jeez, really?
That's a hard one. God.
Just the one state?
Just one.
Just one? Just not like all of them, like from the east or the west or
Yeah,
the
so
central?
hard.
Just one? Like crap.
I'm pretty sure Utah does, doesn't it?
No, no.
All right. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment?
Speech.
Free speech.
Or religion?
Or religion.
Freedom, religion. Who cares?
What do we call the first 10 commandments or 10 amendments to the Constitution?
Bill of Rights.
Bang, 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 bang. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do?
Abolish slavery.
You're very quiet down there, Armando.
He's not as fast as me, that's why.
We're going to put buzzers in next.
He's not quick-witted.
Think.
Me. Yeah, they're pretty easy questions. I don't know how many you want to get wrong, but
Yeah, just don't ask me about women's rights.
no.
Is there another ad?
Would you look at that? Just got notification of rock crawler suspensions in shipping. That wasn't an ad, that was a notification.
Yes, Jeremy Pierrick does have the chicken wing.
Oh, God. These questions are so easy. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do?
Civil rights activist.
Apparently he did this. Apparently
He had a dream.
He had a dream.
I'm pretty sure that would make me fail. But that's what the movie said.
He said he had a dream. Come on.
Yeah. Who is the commander-in-chief of the military?
The president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donald J. Trump. I wonder if I answer it like that, I'd get probably kicked out. Because they're probably all liberals that work in government positions where I'm going. Someone said for me to wear a Trump hat, and I said, I ain't doing that. Not going to happen. One more. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen?
Ooh, I don't know.
I was born a citizen. I don't know.
So one is give up loyalty to other countries, defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States, obey the laws of the United States, serve in the U.S. military if needed, serve important work for the nation if needed, be loyal to the United States.
I'm glad I do all that without having to say I will do that.
Well, I pretty much said it from the get-go.
Yeah.
All right.
So when are you taking this test again?
Next Wednesday, I think it is.
So back to when the Constitution was written. What year was it?
1776.
No,
That's wrong.
It's wrong.
It was.
Oh, you're right. You know what? Yeah.
It's
Shit, I failed. Fuck. They're going to deport me.
that was Independence Day.
that's Independence Day. Yes.
God, what was that? Was it what year was it written?
1787.
See, that's the one I never remember.
He's got to add 11.
I know, but it's just. Oof. I bet you that's one of the questions that'll come up and I'll get it wrong.
Yes, it's one of it's a fucked question
Yeah.
because I don't know many people that are going to know that.
No.
Speaking of a fucked question, did you hear the question Trump asked the South African president today? Hey, do you want to see a video?
Is that what he said?
No, it's not what he said, but
No.
so
Do we want to see it? Is that what you
oh
didn't
shit,
share
this
it?
shit was fucking hilarious. So here,
Share
let me
it.
set this up. So the president basically is trying to figure out like, why are you killing so many fucking white South Africans, the Afrikaners? And, oh no, we're not doing that. No, we don't do that. We don't condone the no violence. So all of a sudden, Trump's like, dim the lights. I'm gonna show you something. And there's a TV.
No way.
And I swear to God. And he
pulling
starts
it
showing
behind him.
clips. He starts showing clips of them chanting, kill the boar, kill, shoot, bang, kill him. And his representatives are just sitting there like this. They didn't turn around. They don't want to watch the video. They're not, there's volume and everything. They're just sitting there like, shit, fuck.
He's
This
such a
fuck
badass.
knuckle just called us out.
He's such a badass. I love this guy. He just
Yeah.
doesn't do shit. He just calls you out no matter what. I love it.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, I got to find something because
Are you going to put the video on, Gabe, or what?
no.
Oh, you want me to? Yeah, I can.
No,
yeah.
no. I'm gonna show you. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm gonna share this, and you got to see this. Actually, I think they might have freaking deleted it. Holy hell! They already deleted it.
Which one?
So, Kim and I have had a Yahoo email address for forever. Kind of our bills and everything goes into this email address, but I have to log into Yahoo to actually get to the email address. Well, they had a whole article on it about an hour ago, 2 hours ago, about Trump and the South African prime minister up there. And I wanted to show you the fucking comments. It's so fucking ridiculous. Holy hell.
The
But
comments,
it's gone.
like the article's comment section?
Yeah, the comment section. It was like 10,000 comments in like 20 minutes. It was ridiculous. But they took it down. It's gone. That's weird.
So what I found interesting was everyone, instead of focusing on the genocide that's happening, all the killings and
This fucker that's killing his people and lying to another
So
world
peop-
leader and just thinking,
so
oh, he'll
people
never
are-
know.
So he jokes with Trump, is like, hey, maybe I should have brought you a plane. And Trump's like, I would have took your plane. So that's what the liberals are focused on. Oh, look at Trump. He's openly accepting a bribe right in front of the cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
so
come on. This is your takeaway from the meeting
yeah,
is the joke?
I just looked up the news on Apple. When you swipe, when you swipe all the way to the right. So one of them things here says, where did it go?
You want to see the video? So
Ramaphosa had wanted to use the meeting to set Trump straight regarding race relations in South Africa. Trump has repeated a right-wing conspiracy theory that there is a white genocide happening in the country and his government's policies. Cue the video.
All right, hold on a second. I got it right here.
Turn the lights down. Turn the lights down and just put this on. It's right behind you. Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president.
He's like, look it, stop talking to me, watch the fucking video.
Whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. South African occupy land. That's who we are.
And all these other people that are with them are just, they're not even watching. They're just turn their back to the monitor.
To kill a revolution demand that at some point there must be killing because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot, kill, come on, sir. Kill the poor, the poor, kill the poor, the poor.
How ridiculous is that? Holding rallies to go fucking kill people. And this is the conspiracy that the lefts are saying doesn't happen.
The man of D-Day is PE is a white man. So these people really want to hit them hard. Go after a white man. They think a terrible pain. Must attack a white man. Not because Pajama and Suni will not be touched. They will be touched. Come on.
It's like a 3-minute video. I don't know if we want to go through the whole thing. But there's other cutaways of this, and I'll show you really quick. This one here.
But we're starting with this whiteness.
It's a better angle. They don't turn around.
Shoot, kill, come on, sir. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
It's like they're totally embarrassed by themselves.
Man, he turned the volume up on that one.
Oh, yeah.
He brought the surround sound in.
Yeah. I love that this fucker just brings receipts.
Yep. Yeah, well, it just proves that, like left-wing media's on Apple and, there's the proof right there. Like, they showed you the proof in the video, so how can you say it's a conspiracy?
Yeah. Well, it turns out that the media has been lying to everyone for the last, well, who knows how long, because they've covered up Joe Biden's dementia and his cancer. And now they're like, oh my gosh, we didn't know. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Everyone fucking knew that he was all fucked up in the head. Everyone fucking knew.
Yep.
His staffers have even come out and said, we didn't see him for months.
And if you didn't see and you didn't know, then your head was up his ass.
Right.
Yep. This morning I was watching Megyn Kelly interviewing Jake Tapper.
Oh my God, she got him dead cold.
Like he's coming out and apologizing now that, he apologized to Laura Trump to, because he went off at her and shot her down because she was picking on how, he wasn't fit to be president.
I got that video right here. Check it out. Watch.
The criticism has been that you're complaining about a cover-up about Joe Biden's mental acuity that failed, that right-wing pundits saw, the right wing in general saw, that independent media saw and reported on, and that was no mystery even to left-wing and so-called mainstream reporters who were not fooled but chose willful blindness instead of honest reporting. and that you were part of it. How do you respond?
It's a tough and fair question.
Really?
I would say that Alex and I, after Election Day, interviewed more than 200 people, 200 mostly Democratic insiders, and almost all of these interviews were after the election. And they justified to themselves what they had done in terms of misrepresenting how the president was, not just to me and Alex and other reporters, but also just to each other and to the world and to Democrats and to the cabinet, et cetera, by saying that there was this existential threat of Donald Trump and only Joe Biden could beat Donald Trump, and that justified everything in their minds. After that existential threat was over, because the election was over and Donald Trump won, we found, Alex and myself, remarkably willing to talk to us either off the record or on background, or in some cases on the record, about what they saw. One of the things that emerged was that there were two Bidens. One was the fine Biden, serviceable, adequate, and the other one was a non-functioning Biden, and that's the one we saw the night of the debate. And that's the one we saw some clips of here and there that you just showed. And that non-functioning Biden, the one that lost his train of thought in a significant way, not in the way just that every human loses their train of thought, but in a way that shows that he's having trouble articulating his very views. And the one who forgot the name of close aides, who was not able to come up with George Clooney's name, didn't seem to recognize him, all that sort of thing. That non-functioning Biden was, according to our reporting, showed up as far back as 2015, after the death of Beau, where one top aide said that tragedy, the loss of Beau.
See how he continues, looks to the left?
Yeah.
Someone's not very comfortable right now.
No. And I'll show you another clip that I thought was really fucking hilarious, because someone is blaming the media for covering this up, even though they're the media. Check this out.
Trust issue.
There has always been a mass trust issue because politicians, media, nobody does what they're supposed to do. Now, I say, for me, listen, he's 83, so he's a little stumbly, he's a little rumbly. I can't point to anything that he's done that he did.
No,
as
that is running for his next 4 years.
But I'm saying, I want, not you, but I want somebody to tell me, well, when did you know it was bad? If you knew, why did you wait?
Yeah. So
can I get in
He said that it was after he moderated the debate.
Yes, but that's not, I'm sorry, baby. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you're telling me that hundreds of people knew that he was not able to do his job, then where the hell was everybody?
He did his job.
See what's happening now? They're all trying to backpedal and like, oh, all this, and I'm like,
she's complicit in this whole thing.
Man, you're the part of the problem.
Right.
That's why you got fined $800 million. Well, the network did, for all the bullshit that just happened last week.
Yeah.
Did you know about that?
They covered all that up, and then our boy Dave Rubin found he went back into the archives, and he found something that was really interesting, and I'll play that for you right now.
As far as the bumbling on that, they're claiming that he just made a tense problem. That I had cancer. He said I have, as opposed to I had. But it just goes to the broader point of that there is so little validity to what he says. There is so little honesty in what he says or understanding when he's saying it, that for about 10 minutes online, when the president said I have cancer, people were freaking out. And then by 10 minutes passed and everyone was like, it was just Biden being Biden.
So what he's referring to there is in 2022, Biden said he had cancer in a speech.
Yes.
And his people are saying that was a gaffe. And we found out over the weekend that he has cancer and has had cancer, and it's advanced cancer, and it's in the bone. Armando has had cancer. You're in remission, right?
No, it's currently active in my body.
Gone.
Oh, it is still okay.
No, it's still in my body.
So as someone that has cancer, prostate cancer, you know the regularity of checks that are supposed to take place, right?
Yeah,
which is very often.
Likely, what they did for him, if they found out, they tried to probably keep it in the body without having to take him out for a prostate removal. That was when I first got my diagnosis. I was just like, fucking just take it out, I'll deal with it. My dad had just gone through it about 2-3 years before that, and he did prostate removal was like what they could do for him because of his age. For me, it was like, well, you're really young to be having this, and when we were prostate, you have all these other things that could happen, and ifs and ifs and ifs, and I was just dead set. I'm like, just fucking take it out. I mean, if you cut it out, it's not going to be there. It can't leave your prostate and go to your rest of your body like my dad had after he even took it out. It was already in the system. So even after he got his prostate removed, it was in the system somehow, somewhere, and he does different treatments now on a regular basis to keep it mitigated. So my thing was, I'll just get it taken out. I don't want to deal with it. It's early. If I get it out, there's really no reason that it should have spread. So we went through and I went to MD Anderson, and that's when they offered up this research thing. And the research was an apheresis treatment where they basically put me in a machine with needle in each arm, and they pulled blood out of one and filtered it and then pushed it back in the other. And they took 100 milliliters of plasma and cells and certain things of each different thing that they had to take, sent it off to the company that I was working with. They essentially weaponized that. It's your cells, from your body, so they weaponize that and they put it back into you. So I go back in and it gets injected back in my body, and that's what's fighting the cancer. So I did that 3 times. There's 3 rounds of that I did. It was in 2-week intervals for 6 weeks, and that's what I did. And this was keeping my cancer down. So this was a research for this company doing this, but there's other drugs on the market that are doing this, and this same company also does this for people that have advanced prostate cancer, and it basically gives you like 3 to 5 years that they can kind of say that it's going to stay within the prostate. And if that's what he did previous to the last round of elections, the cancer would still be there, which I have cancer is the statement that he makes, but it's likely under control. But as soon as the viability of the apheresis and that drug in your system actually can't fight it, or it attacks harder than it can fight back, then that's when it overtakes and it comes out and is super hungry. So it could get aggressive really fast. So there's really no, like, you hear people saying, oh, well, you knew. Well, you kind of knew, but there's so many different treatments out there without knowing the full story. There's really, you're just assuming something.
But you're supposed to be checked more frequently as you get older, right?
Yeah.
For them to say that
go in
he
every
hasn't
6
had
months.
So they said he didn't have an exam for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then he knew and didn't tell anybody with the private doctor outside of what anyone said, or I don't know. It would seem that you would be doing that, especially in that position. You have free healthcare. You have kind of the best healthcare ever. And you can go to a private doctor. You can go to the best private doctors with government healthcare. There's no real limitations with government healthcare at that level. So you get the best of the best. So you can go do whatever the hell you want and not pay for it. So I don't know. It'd be hard pressed to believe that it had been 10 years at that age that you're going to an annual checkup at that age. You're having to check yourself a little more. I go to my primary care doctor once a year. I don't even have heart problems. I see a heart doctor once a year. I have a pulmonologist because I have asthma and lung issues. So I know what I do, what I have to do on my schedule. And usually April is my doctor visit month. Just getting them all out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm glad that you're still fighting this thing. To be honest with you, it sucked for you to be dead.
Depends who you ask.
But in all seriousness, fuck cancer. I do hope Biden has a recovery. I'm not one of these assholes that is out there. He fucked up this country. He can fucking rot in hell. You know what? I know people that have died from cancer. Obviously, I know Armando who has cancer. I know people that are going through cancer right now.
Larry McRae had his
probably the
cancer.
most horrible fucking things you can have.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
No,
I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be that vindictive and hateful. I'm just not.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's a tough thing. I mean, all I can say is I hope that if it's as bad as it is, that they just make it so that he can be comfortable with however long it's going to be. Mm-hmm. If they can't treat it. If they can treat it, hopefully they can get under control and they can make it work, because it's, luckily for me, I never had a prostate cancer symptom. I found it luckily chasing something else that was completely unrelated, and we just discovered it. So
was that your third nipple?
No, only have one.
I've seen them. No, you don't. I've played with them. I swirled your nipple hair around.
Oh, those drunk conversations need to stop.
But no, it's just
well, no one really goes looking for it. It's pretty much found by mistake.
Well, yeah.
Unless you do regular screenings.
And I had done a regular screening, and my doctor didn't really notice that there was a slight change from year to year. Once we went back and realized that my doctor had inadvertently put prostate cancer in my family history, because we were talking about my dad, but my dad is not my blood father. He's just my dad.
Yeah.
So there's no relationship. But we've never had his medical history in my chart. My mother's history has been there. My mother had colon cancer when I was 37. My mom had a section of her colon taken out, colon cancer. When I was much younger, she was younger. Probably I was early 20s maybe. And my mom had a little bit of cancer nodule taken out of her cheek. So my mother's stuff was all there, but for whatever reason he put in there. So he started prostate PSA tests when I was like 45, and we were able to go back and see like, oh, there's a change over the previous year. There was a jump in my PSA, and that it was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, isn't there a prostate cancer test you can do at home?
Yeah, just have your wife stick her finger.
I'm good.
No, it just, when you do your annual exam, tell them that you want to get a PSA added to it, and they'll just take it when they do your blood work. Do you do blood work every year?
I do. I just had one. I got my results
do
today.
It.
Actually,
just.
I'd never go to the doctors. I never get sick.
It's not a matter of getting sick. It's not a matter. It's not a matter of getting sick. It's a matter of being well.
And my thing is like, if I go, there's going to be something wrong.
Good.
It's fine.
And if they find it,
then now is the time to get it fixed, to be able to get ahead of it.
All right, I'll go get something done.
It's a single needle once a year that I get with my PCP.
You said needle?
It's a needle. It's a draw blood. They draw blood once a year.
You have tattoos.
Okay, so just normal draw blood stuff.
Yeah, a blood draw. A blood draw.
The wife will appreciate you going and getting this done.
You think?
I can tell you that right now. My wife did.
No, so I get drawn 3 times a year. I get once with my PCP and twice a year with my urologist.
Yeah. Well, I've got to find a doctor here in town. I haven't even. The only reason I went to a doctor is I broke my ankle and had to get blood work for my my visa. That was it. Apart from that, healthy as an ox.
They have to make sure you don't have any weird kangaroo in you or
typhoid, kangaroo fever,
something,
or koala.
We're just built tough. I can feel the food slowly wearing me down though. It's getting.
They call me drop beer.
I don't know what accent that was. It was definitely not Australian.
That was definitely Australian.
Do it again.
They call me drop beer.
Oh god.
Is that Kiwi?
It sounded like a mix of Kiwi, Australian, and South African.
Awesome. Fuck apartheid.
I was just about to ask something. I forgot what it was now. Shit. Oh, how's that ad gig? The Australian ad gig for that restaurant? Did you get me hooked up or what?
The what?
Yeah, we're talking about last week about that ad you had to do for an Australian restaurant or something. Or was that JD?
It's probably JD.
I think we'll talk to JD about that.
It's probably JD.
Oh, I have some news. Breaking news on the Derby issue.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's not called Trekworks anymore. It's called Origins 4x4. And Darby is not the owner. He is the general manager there.
What?
Mm-hmm. So either he got bought out and... Dude, there is so much going on at that place right now. That...
Wait, isn't Origins 4x4 a multi-location?
I wonder if he folded because of money and then or sold and or hiding his company to hide from litigation for lawsuits.
Maybe. When my phone loads up. Let me go here.
That is an interesting development.
Yes.
Because we know it was failing.
So, the guy who works behind the counter right now, he pretty much said that he said that Trekworks or Rocky Top Customs was some kind of chop shop, and there's all kind of financial shit going on. So,
what a shit show!
Apparently, Darb's really depressed.
Oh fuck, Darb!
Like, it sounds like somebody else I know.
I hope he 86s himself.
They get all quiet and like, poor me, help me. Don't worry about all the people I've ripped off, but poor me.
Yeah. Always the victim.
Yep. So there you go. So there's a...
Fuck knuckle.
Yes.
It's funny, if you type in Origin 4x Off-Road Shop Knoxville, there's nothing that comes up for it, but Rocky Top Customs comes up a lot. But that's probably just because Off-Road Shop Knoxville.
Yeah, it's...
It would be one thing if it was redirected to that, but if it's just in the search, that's definitely plausible.
Yeah. It's just searching for everything there.
Yeah. Fuck. Who told you? Did JD tell you all this?
No, I have my sources, and I'm not prepared to give them up.
Oh, no. I'm not asking for. No, you don't have to. I'm just. I don't want to say I'm shocked because obviously, are we really surprised this failed? No.
Nope.
It was bound to happen. He can't manage money.
No. Nope. He cannot.
Neither can I, because I mean, if I have $100 and I see a Snicker bar, I'm gonna fucking buy a Snicker bar.
Are you gonna buy a $100 Snicker bar?
That's an expensive Snicker bar.
No, you'll spend $1 on a Snicker bar, $2
I want all the Snicker bars. I want all the Snicker bars.
No. The problem is if you have $100, if you buy 2 cases of Kit Kat bars and it's $110 and now you're going into debt for that, then that's the problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Speaking of going into debt, there was something that came out recently about, I think Trump said he was going to investigate the Harris campaign.
Oh.
Because there was money that was going to these
Beyonce
celebrities.
And Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. And Harris's campaign is still in debt.
Yeah. And the stripper, who was that stripper singer? It was on
stripper
Atlanta.
Singer.
Yeah, the one that's in Atlanta. She's pretty much should be a stripper. She'd pretty much wearing nothing. The one she had singing for in Atlanta.
Oh, Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Did she not know that a stallion is a male horse?
Yeah. Well, maybe she was one of those, transgender people.
A she-he.
Yeah.
Transformer. More than meets the eye.
The other thing that's come up too is Michelle Obama.
Yeah, she's a man too.
Yeah, have you seen all the stuff going on right now with her? She's she's having a go at Ellen. She's probably going to sue her for all the, the famous clip of her dancing on stage with Ellen, and you can see it wobbling in her pants.
I thought that was like CGI or something. No. I never paid attention to that because I always thought that was CGI.
It's real.
Oh my God.
So she's all up in arms about that.
She's going to sue Ellen for exposing her?
Yeah, she said, and she was...
Didn't Ellen move to like a different country?
France or England she's gone to.
Yeah.
Or Wales. It was funny though, because as soon as she moved there, she got flooded out. Like, they had the biggest floods they've had for like 100 years. And I'm like, please take her with you. But you wouldn't even recognize her now. She doesn't have blonde hair. She has brown, grayish hair. She just...
Rosie O'Donnell moved to Ireland to get away from the MAGA movement. And then Conor McGregor announces that he's going to run for president in Ireland. And he's a humongous MAGA supporter.
Run, baby, run.
Oh, my God. These fucking liberals, they like...
Oh, dude, it's insane. They're just...
They're out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Unhinged, out of control.
Yep. It's super exciting.
Yeah. I can't even have a conversation with a liberal without it going into left field.
Mm-hmm.
Either I get called a racist, a bigot, a Klan supporter, I'm in a cult.
You're a fuck knuckle.
I'm a fuck knuckle, which is true, but still I'm a fuck knuckle.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
That's the rebuttal for everything. Either it's name calling, conjecture,
and they get
or
angry.
hyperbole.
Yes.
They have, once you hit them with facts, that's all those three things come out.
Mm-hmm.
Or they throw out the red herring fallacy. They totally switch the topic.
Yes. Yeah, they're a special kind of people.
Yeah. We call that retarded.
Yeah, got a little bit of retardation. Oh, God.
Man, so that's the whole thing about it. I mean, we've caught the media lying about, let's just go back to the beginning. Let's just go back to the beginning of Trump's presidency, okay? They were caught lying about the Russia thing. They got caught about, and these are just the big things. COVID was bullshit. Mm-hmm. The vaccines were going to stop the spread. That was bullshit. What else? The fine people thing. That was a fucking whole bunch of hoax and bullshit too. All of this stuff that we said was all been right. Everything, they called everything that we talked about a conspiracy theory. Mm-hmm. And everything was right.
So you go through history and you look at all the conspiracy theories that people have said. How many of them have come true? Like way back when JFK got killed. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory that the government had anything to do with it. Well, guess what? Here we are, how long? 50 years, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And is it a conspiracy anymore? No.
Mm-mm.
It's truth. So all these conspiracy theories come to light.
Yeah. The news has lied and covered everything up, and the left still eats up their shit.
Yes. It's because they believe it. They're being hypnotized by them a long time ago. And they've just brought it into the schools now, so the people coming through the schools believe it no matter what. Because they're taught it.
The media is their cult.
Yes. Yep.
Wow, that was profound, wasn't it?
It was. You're a part of that media cult, you are.
God damn it.
That's what we should start calling those lefties. You're a part of that media cult.
So on top of all that, Trump's approval rating has gone up big time over the last month. It's over 57% now.
Because he's bringing money to America.
Yeah. He's bringing money here. He's fulfilling his promises. Even with roadblocks from these liberal judges, he's still trying to fulfill his promises to us.
Mm-hmm.
So,
just a shout out to Bill Schultz. I'm going to come for a loan very shortly because it looks like you're going to be a busy man.
What happened?
We know Bill Schultz. He works for Boeing.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, they just got that big contract. So
I thought he worked for Lockheed.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Boeing.
I know I talked to him about Lockheed before. Maybe I was, because my dad worked for Lockheed. Maybe we're talking about aerospace together about that.
Maybe.
So
yeah,
maybe he does
sure
work
he works
for
Boeing. Yeah. So it looks like Bill's going to come out racing again to make a comeback to the King of Hammers.
We should put him in a Honda Civic and say, "Go race that. Stop spending money on a fucking Ford."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's even racing anymore.
Nah, he sold everything.
Bill,
did he sell everything?
He did?
Yeah, he sold the green Charger. The Jeep is long gone. He just has his what he said. He just had his old man ride.
I haven't
So
even.
Bill's
seen
retired basically. Then
I haven't even seen him pop up on Facebook.
He's too busy building planes.
He's too busy on the golf course.
Yeah.
There's a shot.
And there's something else that happened last week over the weekend that was pretty fucking wild. That Mexican ship running into the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah. They were the ones, like, you know how you can do like voluntary get across the border?
Mm-hmm.
That's what most of them were. They were like, did you see them all hanging on to all the masts? Like, well, there's no room downstairs. We're going to hang on.
See, this is what happens when you rename the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. Their GPS got all fucked up.
I don't know. And straight away they blame Trump.
Who did? Oh, you're right.
Schumer.
Yeah.
Blame Trump.
What a dumb fuck.
Like, how is it his fault? Well, he took money away from the Coast Guard.
Had nothing to do with the Coast Guard.
No, he didn't. I was like, dude, you just... Oh... And why are you speaking on behalf of the people? You're not even in government, dude. You are the one that didn't get voted in. The Republicans have the power now, so let the Republicans talk. You just go sit in the back room and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So
God, I hate that guy.
I saw an update on what may have caused that incident. There was a tug pushing it out to the ship, the channel, and that type of ship, you have to be kind of pushed out that way. And on the ship, the Mexican ship, was a local pilot. And this happens across every port, every harbor that has certain obstacles. There's always someone local that boards the ship. And because of their local knowledge, they pilot that ship in and out of the channel to avoid any catastrophes. So there was a local pilot on that ship. They're wondering right now, because of that rudder, the propeller on that ship, that it's bidirectional. So there's a lever that you can flip forward to make it go forward, propel, and then backward propel. And it's just a device. So they're thinking right now that it malfunctioned, because there's video of it when it's going backwards, it's causing a wake, which would indicate that it's under propulsion.
I'm pretty sure they went the wrong way.
It did go the wrong way. It was going backwards. So when they're that type of ship, the way they dock it with the, I don't know what you call the front of the ship, Armando, port,
the bow,
ports,
bow. Okay, so they put the bow in forward because of that type of ship. It's very big, and they want to demonstrate the how grand it is and everything. So that's how they dock that type of ship. So the reason why I had reverse propulsion at first was because they tried to get off the dock with assistance of the tugboat. So once the tugboat released the rope from that ship, it noticed that it started to pick up a little bit of speed and to try to catch up to it. In the video, you can see that.
Yeah.
But why is it propelling if a tugboat is?
The tugboat is doing two things. It's aiding and directing. So it's aiding the ship going out, and at the same time it's pushing it to help turn because that area it needed assistance.
Right, but typically if you're tugged, you're not under propulsion.
Yeah. And
so you're getting led by your tug should be the person. So like when you go to a cruise ship and they pull you into a dock, the captain of the cruise ship doesn't drive in there. Basically, the boat's in neutral.
Okay, so maybe I misspoke. Maybe it went under propulsion after the unleashed from the tug.
Yeah. Likely it happened after, but if it was connected to a tug, it should only be sitting. It should not be moving because the tug is your tug operator gets paid a shit ton of money to go work about 20 minutes a day to make sure that these billion-dollar boats don't run into shit.
So they think there was a malfunction with that type of propulsion system. A lot of people were wondering why they just didn't drop anchor. Apparently, at the rate of speed that it was going, the depth of that channel, there was nothing anchor would have done to stop it.
So what you're saying is where it was kept on the banks of that right below the bridge, and it was supposed to go forward away from the bridge.
Right.
So,
because if the ship was to go under the bridge, which it wouldn't have been able to, there's nothing beyond that would have been good for that ship anyways, because there's another area. They said that there was a very strong current that forces a lot of big ships like that into rock. So there's no way that ship would have voluntarily went that way anyways, even if it had smaller masts.
Yeah, because it's definitely going backwards.
Yeah.
So unless that tug was pulling him, and the dickhead had it in reverse, and they let the rope off and it just took off backwards. But still, then even I don't know. Like to me, if I'm going backwards, I'm going to move that lever the other way.
Yeah. So the thing that literally saved the ship, was those masts are steel.
They're steel?
They're steel, yeah. If they were wood, it would have been a catastrophic failure because all three masts, if they were wood, they're tied together. So because these are steel, they're not tied together. They don't have to be. They're strong enough that they don't need support from the others.
Well, all I know is I need those lights on the mast because they'll look good on my Christmas tree, because those things came down and they didn't go out.
The other thing I saw was that the people that are on those masts that were standing on them, that's part of their whole, that's like a whole demonstration thing. I think they call it dressing the ship.
Yep.
And the Navy does that also, but not in that sort of fashion.
No.
They're all leashed to lines. They're supported in case something like that does happen. They don't fall to their death, even though 2 did die. This whole thing was just a demonstration. They were on their way out to, I think, Denmark. They were leaving to Denmark, and they were going to come back for the 250th anniversary of independence, America's independence.
So this ship can't be an old ship.
It's fairly new. There's only 8 in existence, I think they said. It's made in Spain. It's a training ship. I think there was only a max crew of 200, they said. Something like that, 250, something around there.
So this is the reason why the Mexicans don't have a navy, because there's the video.
They spin it all on a ship.
No, well, it's just they can't control a tall ship, let alone anything else. Then one of the cartels take over. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I thought it was an old ship.
No, it's fairly new.
Like, who trains a ship? Who trains a navy on an old sailing ship that has like sails?
Well, the United States has one also, but it's not that type of ship. It's also a training ship. Trying to find. There was a video I saw once of. There was video of those guys standing on the mast, and they literally it's like they're standing on a 2x4. That's the width of that mast. It's pretty. I can't find that video, but it's pretty fucking wild.
What's wild is, like, you type in on YouTube, American Navy training ship, old ship with sails, or you get a destroyers come up. Oh God.
Did you see that?
Love America.
Did you see that reporter that trolled James Comey at his book signing?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, this is funny. Hold on, I have the video here.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, great to meet you. Hello. Director Comey, how are you? Thank you. Jesse Waters from Fox has a question. Yeah. Why do you want an 86 Trump? All right. Director? I'm not taking questions like that now. But why would you just sign the book? Why would you post that? Director Comey?
I hope they finally do something about this.
You want the book signed, really? Absolutely. Okay, you got it, bud. Can you sign my seashell too? What beach is this that you're going to? You find a Kamala seashell, 8647. This is a politically charged beach, Director. They will.
I don't know who that guy is, but fucking love him. Can you sign my seashell too? The level of trolling on that one was phenomenal.
Look, I really hope they throw the book at this guy, because it needs to happen. Like, you can't go around saying that stuff. Doesn't matter who you are.
I'm a little torn, because it's not a direct threat, even though we know what the fuck it means.
It is. It is a direct threat. When someone from the military or an agency like the FBI, that is a threat. That's what you say. I'm going to 86 someone.
Well, yeah, but it's slang.
It's only slang because we know what it is.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we can't really... You can't prove intent in court. And that's why they won't arrest him.
But it's a threat against the president. You can't go around saying you want to kill the president. You
and I know that. But to prove that in court, in a legal battle, you have to follow the legal guidelines of everything.
In slang, 1,000 words.
In slang has already been ruled that it's a very gray area. Because I remember, and this only came up because I remember there was litigation against a rapper because of lyrics that he had. The rapper that he was rapping about, of course, rappers, I'm going to kill you, motherfucker. I'm going to make your shirt wet and red. So, these kind of lyrics happened about a certain rapper, and that rapper ended up dying, and by gun violence.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just
so the arrest
sooner or later.
Yeah, so they arrest that other rapper that rapped about him, and they're like, it was him because listen to the lyrics, listen to the way he died, and so there's already precedent set that you can't prosecute that sort of thing for slang, in a sense. Well, you can still, but you have to still prove beyond a reasonable doubt. You have to show the burden. The burden of proof is on the prosecution.
We'll see.
So, I think they're going to look for other things to develop a pattern. Is my guess,
Well,
and they're going to use that pattern.
Yeah.
To then nail him.
Well, they're finding all these little hidden gems in videos of people having in the background. 8645. 8645. In his first presidency, there was in their backgrounds, and they're on camera in their office. There's little plaques lying around that says 8645. So now it's back up to 8647.
Do a search in Facebook, hashtag 8647.
There's a lot of them.
It's
on X too.
Like ridiculous how many there are.
Yeah. X too.
I don't know if a search is a good thing for that.
Yeah, maybe not.
They're coming out after you now.
Well, you have to be like searching for the same stuff. This is like an oddball.
Yeah.
I believe I know your search history. You're not looking at this ever.
Yeah.
Why are you searching for 8647 and midget porn? What's going on there?
Oh, the midget poem was a misspell. I'm sorry. That was supposed to say Joe
I was looking for midget poems. I fat fingered that one. Oh, did I say fat finger? I meant typed it wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems.
Are all fingers fat to midgets?
Have you seen their hands? It looks like a fat child's hand grasping a Oscar Mayer wiener.
Yeah, I just think something should happen with that shit.
I think Armando just got the fucking visual.
No, I got a visual of what we talked about yesterday. The freaking cocktail wiener.
Cocktail Vienna sausage.
Oh God.
I was walking around naked, by the way. I really was. For those that don't know what we're talking about, yesterday was my birthday. So I told the guys that I was walking around in my birthday suit, and my wife didn't appreciate it because she thought soft meat looked funny. So Armando sent me a picture of a Vienna sausage appropriately.
Oh God. I wasn't in that conversation, but thanks anyway for that visual.
You were.
I didn't read that part.
It was in our group chat.
It's in our group chat.
Must have missed that part. Scrolled straight past it.
I wouldn't really say you missed it.
But Jennifer sure didn't.
No. She
so no
kind of
birthday
giggled and
pops?
pointed.
No birthday pops, Gabe?
Birthday what?
Pops.
What's that?
Yeah, birthday pops.
I don't know what the fuck.
Birthday pop. Pop.
Oh, no, I didn't let off the gun yesterday, no. No, we were under tornado watch the entire
Perfect time to do
night.
it.
Just shoot it at
Everyone
tornado.
just think it's lightning. I'm trying to scare it away.
I'd be out there with the flag in one hand and AR in the other hand. You call this a storm? No, it's fucked up because we were supposed to go to dinner last night for my birthday. And because of all this shit, a lot of the places shut down for public safety.
Yeah.
And employee safety. So couldn't go out for my dinner. So
you had to go get tacos because the Mexicans don't close down.
Sushi was still open. Those motherfuckers stay open on Christmas, any fucking Jewish holiday.
Yep. Chinese
fucking Columbus Day. Doesn't matter what day it is, they're open.
Yeah, no, it was pretty scary yesterday, but I'm glad everyone's okay and wasn't, some people lost their homes here, but I don't think anyone died from it, so.
Yeah. I hope they don't have Allstate.
Any of my Facebook friends are on, go check out my Facebook. I posted the tornado we had here yesterday on it. Some cray stuff.
Yeah, there was a hearing about insurance fraud this week with Allstate. Apparently during the last Hurricane Helena, adjusters were forced to revise their findings. So they hauled these motherfuckers into this hearing, the CEOs and all that, and said, "Hey, what's with this shit?" And they're like, "Oh, that's not our policy. They're like, well, here in 2020, this happened and you were sued for this. And then in 2018, this happened and you were sued for this and the exact same thing. In 2012, you were sued for this and this exact same thing. There's a pattern here. Are you sure this isn't your policy? No, not that I know of.
Yep. Yeah, insurance companies will do a lot of, they'll get away with anything.
Yeah.
It's just like us with our roof right now.
I work for a big insurance company. I was denied health care for certain things. And I was like, what the fuck? You're not going to cover this medication? They're like, no. I was like, what? This is fucking stupid. Thank God I'm a Costco member and I got it for cheap, but still.
Yeah, it's the biggest scam, insurance. That's why when I make my first couple of million, guess what? I'm starting up my own insurance company. And I'm going to be rich within a year. I'll triple my money. Because it'd be like, oh, you got a claim, sorry, denied. But thanks for your money.
Chris's first act as an American is going to be to scam the American people.
Hey, isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Only if you're black.
I got to get all my tax monies back. I got to get all my tax money back.
Oh man. Well, we're heading towards that minute of the hour to wrap up. So, any last words, fellas?
Arrivederci.
Oh, Monaco GP this weekend for all you F1 fans. Another boring fucking race in Monaco.
I know, if the first car gets out in front, it's pretty much turn it off because you know who's going to win.
Armando, do you want to reply to Arrivederci?
It's Arrivederci.
Arrivederci?
Arrivederci. You got to roll the tongue.
Dirty.
Roll the tongue. Arrivederci.
There's a reason I don't speak Spanish. I can't roll the fucking tongue.
Come on, yes. Arra.
You only roll joints and ankles.
I can't even roll a joint. The joint is my elbow, my knee.
As well as my ankle.
And I can roll it.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next week, we will see you later.
Ciao.